Season 3 for the X1 division of the Extreme Racing League, sponsored by ANS 3D and CD Keys. We're at the land of the rising sun. It is Japan this evening, but of course, as always, I have got Harry with me in the commentary box. Harry, welcome along this evening. How are we this fine Sunday evening?
Brilliant, and I'm hoping we could see good racing today, and hopefully we can have a wet race. That'll make it interesting.
Yeah, you and me both. But I'll say it's a real shame that Japan isn't going to be on the calendar the next season. But nevertheless, cannot wait to see what these guys deliver this evening. So before we get into who's racing this evening, let's go through a quick run through of the championship standings. You have got Sack at the top with 249 points, Path 225, Philip Milson, a nightmare for him last time out in Russia, 187, Wannington 141, Penku 124, Ledger 84, Ultimate 71, Ollie 68, Sasha 55, and Hurricane 43. That's your top 10 for the Drivers' Championship. Constructors' Championship, it is still all to play for. It's a two-horse race now between McLaren and Haas for the championship. McLaren with 420 points. Haas with a strong performance last time out managed to close the gap to 398. Only 22 points between the two teams. Racing Point 151, Alfa Romeo 150, Ferrari 144, Mercedes 136, Williams 128, Red Bull 57, AlphaTauri 57. They're actually off the bottom of the table. How's about that? And that means Renault are at the bottom now with just 49 points.
Well, that looks like Renault have got to get their heads into gear today. We have been seeing, though, like recently, that Hazel's in qualifying has been quite quick. So hopefully you can translate that into the race today.
Indeed, time will tell as we approach season's end. We've got a lot to look forward to. Heading into next season, there's going to be quite a few changes as far as how the divisions are going to be allocated as far as the rosters are concerned. But we'll find all that out at the end of the season. So we're just waiting for one more driver to come into the lobby. We have got Anderson and Penku for Mercedes, Mon and Ollie for Ferrari, Erdika and Lowe for Red Bull, Path and Wavy in McLaren. Wavy in for Philip Milson this evening. How's about that?
Could be interesting.
That could be a... Yeah, absolutely. That would be a big game changer. It could end up being just between Path and Sack for the championship. Hazel and Smooth for Renault. AlphaTauri has Hurricane and CJ. Sasha and Minea for Racing Point. Ledger and Jazz for Alfa Romeo. Sack and Waddington, dynamic duo for Haas. And Williams have Ultimate and Wise. So it's just hit 5 o'clock. We are more or less ready to go now. Drivers are starting to ready up. This is one of my favourite tracks on the calendar, and the 2005 Japanese Grand Prix in particular is up there as one of my favourite races of all time.
Also, Japan's played host to like big moments as well in the sport in previous years.
Yes, we'll touch on those over the course of qualifying. One of the biggest moments I remember vividly well is 7-year-old me at my dad's house, 6 o'clock in the morning, and watching Schumacher win his first championship with Ferrari.
Just to be wary, Penku has is having He'll be having issues today as he's fractured his rib, so he might not do well today. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow, Penku not quite 100%. Waddington's just informed me in the chat that there's a bit of echo from your mic, Harry, but you have stated that that is because you haven't got the best headset in the world, but you've still got one that does the job at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get a better headset for you later down the road. Sun breaking through the clouds here at the moment. We're just waiting for drivers to start readying up. Herbie saying Whippy nearly didn't make it. But nevertheless, here we go. We've got a couple of drivers coming out onto the track right now, and Path first out onto the track. So, like you mentioned earlier, Harry, before we went trackside, this track has seen a lot of big moments in the sport's history over the years. Are there any particular moments that stand out for you?
Well, probably the Casio Triangle, where Prost and Senna, most memorable, probably for me.
Ah, yes, Suzuka 89. And the problem there was Senna got disqualified for going through. I'll say it's conflicting stories regarding that one. One side of the story is saying he was disqualified for getting a push start from the marshals, which was actually okay back then, and others are saying he got disqualified for going through the escape road, which happened to a driver back in 1981 in Australia. They might, and yeah, that was okay, but I think that all came down to politics at the end of the day as to why Senna got disqualified from that race. Going through the S's here, very, very tricky section of the track. Through Dunlop Curve now. And then through the Degners, a lot of curb on the first one. Not as much curb on the second one because you don't want to risk spinning the car. Coming up towards Spoon now. And Loa's just informed me in the chat. There's going to be some light rain in the race. I'll definitely spice things up a little bit. Through 130R now, and oh, he's actually backed out. Well, that's bizarre. Why would he do that? Let's see what Hazel can do as he comes through Spoon Curve. Past 33.4. Overcast with light rain. So I would imagine we're going to see some intermediate tyres. So you've got to think some of these drivers will be using a wet weather setup. Sack is a fantastic all-rounder in both dry conditions and especially in the wets. Here comes Hazel across the line, 29.4. Got a few others coming across the line now. Sack starting his lap. We've got Ollie about to start his lap. We've got another Mercedes. That'll be Anderson. Let's see what he can pull out of the bag. It's a 31.1, but he's going to have another crack at it. Ultimate coming through the hairpin now. His teammate, Wise, coming across the line now. What's his time going to be? 29.0 on mediums. Saving those softer tyres for the latter parts of qualifying. Well, that time certainly came out of nowhere. Path with a 26.5. I can only imagine he'll be using a dry weather setup, despite the forecast saying light rain for the race. 27.5 for Ultimate on mediums. Some of these drivers will be a bit slower than normal, I would imagine. Zola's just informed me, wet start of the race, so they want to start on tyres they're using Q2. But apparently it's saying light rain all race. Is that light rain going to be heavy enough for intermediates though? So with Nilsson not turning up to Japan this evening, that's going to be another hammer blow to his championship chances. So it'll be down to Path to keep McLaren's chances of holding top of the Constructors' Championship alive. Wavy coming around the final corner now, 28.1. So here's Ledger coming up towards Spoon now. I believe that was Sasha that just went across the line. No, that's Sasha now, 27.2. Must have been his teammate Manea first with a 29.2. Yeah, I think some of these guys have definitely gone for wet weather setups. Nevertheless, here comes Ledger round the final corner and across the line, 27.7. So what sort of time do you expect to be sort of like the cut-off point to ensure you get into Q2?
I reckon it could be 1 minute 28 we could be seeing. Could be cut off, I reckon. Somewhere in the one... around 1 minute 20, or 28 or 29 could be the cut off. It depends on what the slowest time could be out of everyone.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. So let's ride on board with CJ now. His first lap of the day. Bit of a wide entry there into turn 1. Coming through the S's. And like I mentioned earlier, a very tricky section of the track. It's a very strong first sector time. Didn't take too much curb through the Degners. And Menea's actually retired from it. Oh, Menea's gone! Menea's actually gone through the S's. And I just said, I was just saying it's a tricky section. Menea's just proved why. That's Menea gone.
Oh, the car just flipped, I think. It hit the wall and flipped.
What in the world? My goodness me. If anybody's able to get a clip of that, that would just... Wow. And across the line, CJ, 27-3 on mediums. Wise is retired. Okay. Oh! Oh, it's that's the Dunlop curve. What on earth happened there?
Oh. What has happened? Oh, they've just crashed into each
Wise
other.
is in the middle of the road.
And Erdica was on the
They
lap,
must have
and
had-
that's it ruined. CJ Allen as well was going by.
Yeah, CJ should comfortably get through. Wow, that's
That 3 retirements in the space of a few minutes. Really, that's incredible.
less than 60 seconds, if that. But Menea's car flipping? Did he end up doing a Lance Stroll or something?
I don't know. We'll wait and see. Yeah, Erdica's going slowly. Penku dives into the pits.
I think Penku must have been caught up with the incident. Did he take any damage, though? CJ retiring from the session, more than happy with his time, as is Path.
Well, here comes Lowe, and the final corner. Now to set his lap time, goes 13th on it, 28.5.
Smooth coming around the Casio triangle now. And he's going to get a 29.3. Well, as it stands, he will be out of qualifying. Hurricane's out, Wise is out, Menea is out as well.
Wallington's just started his lap as well, on mediums.
Let's see what he can pull out of the bag. We can see how it all plays out. Just coming through the Degners. Up to the hairpin now. They're smooth. Plenty of space. Get out of the way. Waddington coming through. Coming up to Spoon. He'll be looking for at least a 28.5 guarantee he gets into Q2, he should get through comfortably. Around the final corner. And that's a 28-0! Wow, what a lap time from Waddington. Hazel's retired in the session, happy with his time. Got, it looks like Jazz is coming out. Smooth has time to come out as well. But people like Low, Erdica, Mon, they're all in trouble.
Penku's on his lap time right now on the softs. We'll see what he can produce.
Yeah, he should be able to get through without much difficulty. He doesn't look like Smooth is going to be coming out. Ollie's retired from the session. He's happy with his time.
Penku's coming through 130 on now. Reasonably good pet, really good there.
Coming through the triangle now. Waddington's retired from the session. He's happy with his time.
Penku second.
Across the line. Whoa! Well, that's Q2 sorted for him.
Smooth is out on an outlap right now, but has he got enough to really have Ollie? He might just make it, I think, to get a lap.
Jazz is coming up. Yeah, just coming up to the Casio triangle now. He'll have one shot at getting a lap in. Erdica's on an out lap, as is Mon, but is Mon going to make it round in time?
Low is staying in the pit, so he is out.
So Jazz, the only driver yet to set a lap time in qualifying at the moment, needs a 28.5 to ensure safety into Q2. Smooth does manage to come around to get his lap started. Erdica and Mon, I think they're going to make it as well. 20 seconds to go. Erdica's definitely going to make it. Is Mon going to make it though? Penku retires. He's happy with his time. 10 seconds to go. Oh, this is going to be touch and go for Mon. 5, 4, 3, 2.
He got it. He got it.
Oh, just makes it.
Jazz crosses the line, 14th, 1 minute 28.3. So we're just, we've got Smooth as well. Will probably be the next one to get his lap.
He's 3/10 up at the moment, but as it stands, it's not going to be enough to get him out of the drop zone.
Smoothest 8/10 up in the second sector is coming to the triangle right now.
Plays his cards right. He might be able to get through here and knock Erdica out at the moment. Here he comes. 28.4 to beat. And no! He lost a couple of tenths in the final sector. Erdica knows he's safe.
Also, Mon knows he's safe as well. He's going quicker. They're both going quicker at the moment. Erdica goes 10th, 1 minute 28.0. Mon gets across the line. And he leapfrogs to 11th.
Well, that was a chaotic start to qualifying, folks. So those that have been eliminated are Hurricane, Low, Smooth, Wise, and Minea. Jazz, Wavy, Anderson, Waddington, Mon, Erdica, Ollie, Sack, Ledger, Ultimate, CJ, Sasha, Hazel, Penku, and Path all safely through into Q2. I'm going to be very intrigued to see how the strategy plays out as far as what tyres they choose for Q2. With it being light rain for the race, it'll be interesting to see what they can pull out.
Ultimate's the first one getting out on the track. Coming out on the soft tyres.
We've got a few others coming out as well. One of the Hasses, one of the McLarens, one of the Mercedes as well. Actually, both Haas drivers are out.
Yeah, Wavy and the McLaren is out on the track at the moment, and Anderson as well.
So it definitely looks like a lot of them are going out onto the soft tyres.
Most of the drivers that are in Q2 use their mediums or in Q1 because it is going to be light rain in the race. So maybe they're thinking there's no point using them in Q2.
That's a valid point, but the question is, like I pointed out in Q1, is the rain going to be heavy enough for intermediates?
And if it isn't, it's a mistake that they have to pay in the race.
Yeah, massive hammer blow.
Well, Ultimate's the first one on a lap at the moment.
It's a very strong first sector time coming through the Degners.
Here it comes, heading Spoon curve.
The 130R. I do like what Ultimate's done with his helmet. I've only just noticed that.
Yep, very nice, decent colour scheming there. 1 minute 26.3 is the time to beat in Q2.
That is surely a dry weather setup. Surely.
Sachs coming now. He goes second, 26.9.
Anderson 27.8.
Wallington
So it looks like some of the
27.5.
looks like some of the faster drivers. If some of the faster drivers are in like the 27s or 28s, then that's a clear indication, if anything, that they have a wet weather setup on their car. And oh, that's one of the Hasses. Yellow flag sector 1.
Wallington's just getting out of the way.
Fair play to him.
So, and Ultimate's also getting out of the way. And the hairpin.
And Zola's just informed me in the stream chat that the guys like Ultimate and Sack, even with a fast time like a 26.3 or 26.9, he has stated they do have wet weather setups on. So, and of course, and they said that they are really, really quick round this track, and judging by those times, not hard to see why.
Hazel gets 1 minute 27.1. Jazz has left the session, so he'll have to try and get back in. Oh, and Penku's just started his lap now. As he heads into turn 1.
Mon has to go again. He invalidated his lap.
They're coming through the S curves.
A wide exit there from the first Degner for Penku. Very smooth through there, through the hairpin. Heading towards the spoon curve now. Ollie's on an outlap. Jazz and CJ in the pit. Everyone's on soft tyres. Oh,
that was spoon.
That might cost him a little bit of time, but how much will it cost him? And with that sort of time from Ultimate, do you think we'll end up seeing a 125 in Q3?
Knowing the drivers we have in X1, it could be possible.
Let's see what happens. 27.8 for Penku, goes 7th.
Then Mon beats it. Will go 7th for 27.8. All paths went wide on the exit of Spoon. That's probably cost him.
That'll definitely cost him a bit of time.
Coming through 130R.
He is fueled up for another run though. Bit of a lock up there, heading into the Casio triangle.
And the final corner. And 26.9 puts him second.
Still a very quick time, despite the despite being on the grass.
Yeah, and I think if he didn't go on the grass, it probably would have been quite closer to Ultimate's time. It could be. Ollie has invalidated his lap again, so CJ Allen's on an out lap. He's yet to set a time in qualifying.
Well, how's about that? Zola in the stream chat saying it would indeed be a 25 if it was a dry race, because Ultimate in ARL at the start of the week managed to do a 25.8 in the ARL.
Yes, so it could be. I think it could be possible. I think in Q3 it could be. We'll wait and see. Jazz has just joined again, so he'll probably have one run, I think.
Realistically, yeah. CJ coming through the spoon curve now. Heading up towards 130L. What time's he going to pull out of the bag? CJ round the final corner now. What's he going to pull out of the bag? Another 26.9. That is very tight at the top. Path down to Ledger. 3/10. Separating second down to 6th. Ollie comes around the final corner now. What's he going to pull out of the bag? 27.5.
Yeah. So it's the two Mercedes, Wavy, Erdica, and Jazz that are in the drop. Well, the elimination zone.
It is very tight on the edge of the drop zone. You know, Waddington 27.5, Ollie 27.5, Sasha 27.5. If Mon can somehow improve on his time, then Sasha, Ollie, and Waddington are going to be in a fair spot of bother.
Oh, Stacks retired from the session. He's happy with his time.
Yeah, comfortably through with a 26.9. See what Ledger can pull out of the bag. He's just started a hot lap. Sasha on an out lap, as is Penku.
Oh, like invalidated.
Not what he needed. Wavy on an out lap as well.
Waddington
back into the pits.
Ooh.
Interesting call.
Technically, he's not safe, so
that's a valid point. I mean, Ledger is technically on a hot lap right now, but the problem is he's invalidated, so everybody else that's out on track right now.
Penku, Anderson, and
Sasha
Wavy are on out laps. Erdica and Jazz are in the pits still. So they.
Oh, speaking of Erdica's coming out of the pits now. Is Jazz going to be able to make it out onto the track to get a time in for Q2? Penku's going to be the first of this mini train. Start a lap.
Mon
Sasha
is coming out onto the track. He's basically first in line. He's going to be the first one that can go in the drop zone.
Still no sign of whether Jazz is going to be able to get out onto the track or not.
Waddington's coming back out again. Penku's gone slightly quicker in the first sector. Little lock up in the hairpin. Half is retired. He's happy with his time, so he's clearly through. Penku's backed out. He's backed out of his lap.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Wavy's invalidated his lap as well.
They will have time for one more lap though, but it's going to be make or break though.
Jazz is definitely out. He's not getting...
It's a real shame.
And he's left the session again, so hopefully he'll try and get back in before the race begins. So it looks like Jazz is hitting some typical issues. Yellow flag. Erdica spun. He's hit the wall. He's lost his front wing.
Well, that's qualifying over for him.
You'll need to get out of the way very quickly.
And he does just that. He's going to have a lot of traffic, though.
Oh, Anderson. Anderson validated his at the Castillo triangle.
He's got time for another lap, though.
We'll see. Let's see what he can do. Penku's
just like Mon, though. It is make or break for him, though.
Penku locks up in the hairpin once again. Has retired, so he's through probably. We'll see about that. And the checkered flag is out. Mon's not going quicker. He's not safe.
That is definitely cause for concern. He's only 7 thousandths.
Mon crosses the line.
27.7. It's not. I don't think it's going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. Here comes Penku. What's he going to pull out of the bag? That's it. Mon's out. Another 26.9.
I think Anderson's backed out of his lap. So he's out. Wavy is out. So that's it.
Mon, Anderson, Wavy, Erdica, and Jazz all out of qualifying. So it's Ultimate, Path, Penku, Sack, CJ, Sasha, Hazel, Ledger, Waddington, and Ollie. Ollie will be breathing a huge sigh of relief that he is through into the top 10 shootout.
Coming across the line, he's going to set his lap. He goes 6th. Goes 6th quickest. So Waddington almost didn't make it. And we're going to be in the top 10 shootout.
I mean, look at this. I mean, taking Ultimate out of the equation, Path down to Waddington, half a second separating them.
That is extremely tight, and I think Q3 will probably be the same as well.
All I'll say is good luck beating Ultimate today.
We've lost Jazz, Erdica, Wavy, Anderson, and Mon in Q2. And now we're on to the top 10 shootout.
So shootout time. Is it going to be Path? Is it going to be Sack? Is it going to be Ultimate? Is it going to be somebody else that takes pole position?
It could be anyone. This is XRL. Anything can happen.
Ultimate first out onto the track. Going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Saka's not far behind him. And could Ultimate replicate his lap in Q2? Or could he go even better? That's the thing. We'll have to wait and see for that. As Ultimate's heading to Casio Triangle. Start his lap.
He's got Sack right behind him as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Could Ultimate get like a decent points haul this race to probably leapfrog Ledger in the championship?
Well, given how consistent his pace is, it's definitely doable.
Ultimate heading up to 130 right now.
Half and Ollie on outlaps as well now. Half will be starting his lap very, very shortly. There he goes across the line to start his lap.
Ultimate coming across the line. 1 minute 26.3.
Same time as Q2.
Stack 27.3.
A full second slower. How's about that?
Waddington's next across the line. Waddington goes second, 27.2.
He's faster than his teammate.
CJ
26.6 for CJ. Waddington faster than his teammate. What? How often have we said that this season?
Ledger across the line. There's a yellow flag. I think he was in the pit, so there's a yellow flag at sector 1. I think that was for either one of the Haas to get in the way. Sasha's invalidated his lap just at the Casio Triangle.
Wavy in the stream chat saying they let a bandit in an X1 race. They let in a bandit.
Hazel goes third, 1 minute 26.9. The house boys are getting outpaced by CJ Allen and Hazel.
Definitely calls for concern for our defending champion. Here comes Path.
Half needs a better time than Sack. He does, 26.3. It's close.
14 thousandths between him and Ultimate. This is going to be a great battle for pole.
This is going to be a great race. It could be a great race as well. Mixed conditions. It probably like levels of the playing field probably for some.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, you've got people like Sack.
And the quick in the wet.
Very strong in the wet. He demonstrated that in places like USA and Mexico over the last couple of seasons.
I think it has been a while since we've had the cold wet weather race. I think as well.
Yeah, proper wet weather race. Yeah, Sasha 27.2
splits the halves boys up. The 5th and 7th. So they need to get a good lap in the final part of Q3. Penku's on an outlap.
He's coming around Spoon now. He's not gonna have much time to do a lap, come in, get a fresh set of tyres on, and then come out for another lap. He's not gonna have much time for that.
Ultimate's out on a lap a bit early for him, but thank you on the S curves. Now, always slapped up to 5th, 1 minute 27.1. Who heading at the hairpin. That is a hairpin, very smooth through there. Heading into Spoon curve. Slightly on the curb. Heading to 130, heading through 130R. We'll see what Penku is. Ultimate's just gone back into the pits as he was on the night lap. Penku crossing the line, goes 4th, 1 minute 26.7. That's the 5th driver we have that has put a lap time to the 1 minute 26.
Business definitely picking up with nearly 3 minutes to go.
Wallington's on the lap, he's in P7 at the moment. Sachs on the night lap in 9th. Hassel's on the night lap.
The thing to take into account, though, is that Wallington is going to be brimming with confidence after the fact that he is currently ahead of his teammate and defending champion Sack.
Path is coming out on that right now. We'll see if Ultimate will be out as well.
Wouldn't surprise me if Ultimate followed suit. Indeed, he is.
Here we go. The battle for pole.
Definitely starting to intensify.
Sack needs to get out of the way for Wallington as Wallington's heading up through 130R.
That's actually clever. Sack giving Wallington a tow.
And he's 3/10 up. I think Penku might be done for the session because he's in the pits now. I think he have enough
Be
time.
more than happy with this time.
Another
126.
They're racking up now.
Is Sack gonna make it 7?
Oh.
Wallington just swiftly out of the way of Sack.
Pav has just started his lap. Hazel's come now to the line. What's he going to do? He goes 4th, 1 minute 26.6.
Definitely starting to heat up now. Ultimate coming through the Casio triangle to start his hot lap.
It's crucial for Pav that he doesn't invalidate. That's the most important thing. Oh, Sasha's just went off. But Path is going slightly quicker in the first sector. Tiny margins.
Does Sasha have any damage though? I don't think he does.
Nah, like Sasha just went off in the gravel for a spin.
4/10 up. Is Sack going to get ahead of his teammate? This is going to be tight. He does!
Fifth.
Another 26-7.
7 drivers into the 26s.
Zola saying in the stream chat, thinking everyone would be a 126 if it was a dry race. Waddington's retired from the session.
Path has gone 2 times quicker in the second sector.
Coming through the Casio triangle now.
To the line.
What's he going to pull out of the bag?
26-0.
26-0!
Ultimate is not good. Not ultimate. Has improved slightly in the second sector. He needs a big third sector to challenge that time.
He's going to need to get into the 25s realistically to have any chance of getting pole position.
No, he's not. 26-2.
But he does have time for one more lap, though. He just crossed the line. He's got another shot. He's got another shot at pole here.
All is not lost for ultimate. And Path is not even he's slowed down. He's gone quicker the first sector ultimate. No, he's got. Oh, actually not.
He's 3/10 down.
Oh.
Going to be quite a bit of time to make up.
He's backed out of it.
So Path takes pole position. A thrilling climax.
8 drivers. 8 drivers into the 126.
Are we going to see number 9 with Ollie, though?
Oh. It's
Are we
looking
going to see
likely.
number 9?
It's looking likely now.
We're not going to see the 125s we were hoping for, but there it is. 26-6 puts in 5th. 9 drivers into the 126s in the final part of qualifying. But crucially, it is Path on pole for the Japanese Grand Prix.
It's exactly what he needed. Sack in P6. It's a crucial part of the champ. It's crucial for him in terms of the championship if he wants to get back on those points.
Absolutely staggering. Path on pole. Ultimate CJ, Hazel, Ollie, Sack, Penku, Wallington, Ledger, and Sasha. And oh, Penku in the stream chat just did a Charles Leclerc. I am stupid. 26-7 on used softs. Oh no! On a plus note, you have a fresh set of tyres for the race. Let's see what the weather
I'm
is going to have in store for us. How heavy is the rain going to be?
That's the big question. Is it? Are we going to have intermediates or are we just having dries? To start off with. It looks like it. We're going to have inters. Yes, it is. It's intermediates. We're going to be. It's intermediates to start off with.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is round 17 of the X1 Championship for the Extreme Racing League, sponsored by Ants 3D and CD Keys. We are at the Suzuka circuit here in Japan. A circuit with a lot of legendary history. About 75% of Japan is forests and mountains. And it also possesses more than half of the world's industrial robots, largely made up of 4 main islands. And it's the only Suzuka is the only figure of 8 track on the calendar. More championships decided at the Japanese Grand Prix than any other Grand Prix in history. 2009 and 2018 are the only times the top 3 were the top 3 finished where they qualified. 3.6 miles, just the one DRS zone down the main straight. We're not going to make much use of that in this race at the moment. 18 corners to negotiate, 8 to the left, 10 to the right. Some of the action zones to look out for. We've got 1990 Turn 1 Prost versus Senna. Controversial moments there. Senna winning the championship on that day. The spoon curve collision between Vettel and Verstappen in 2018. 130R, that huge overtake for Alonso on Schumacher. And then the other half of Prost versus Senna Casio Triangle 89 we mentioned earlier. We have got so it's the hardest of the Pirelli range. It's the C1s, the C2s, and the C3s, but we're not going to see those in action at the moment because we're starting on wet weather tyres, and we're looking at 23 seconds to make a pit stop round this track. So the last thing to do now is go onto the grid. You got Path on pole position with Ultimate alongside him. Path will be out with a point to prove to try and close the gap on his championship rivals. You got CJ in third, Hazel alongside him in fourth, Ollie in fifth, Sak, our championship leader, in sixth. Penku will be kicking himself over using soft tyres to set his fastest time in qualifying. He starts seventh. He's got Waddington alongside him for company. And rounding up the top 10, you've got Ledger for Alfa Romeo and Sasha. Not his best qualifying performance of the season, but he rounds up the top 10. You've got Mon for Ferrari, and you've got Anderson alongside him. Behind them, you've got Wavy and Erdika. Jazz didn't get to set a time in Q2, but he starts 15th. He's got Hurricane for company. Low, Smooth, Wise, and Minea round up the grid.
So, depending also, how many laps are we going to be experiencing this wet weather? I reckon. Because it could be like round after lap 10, but like if it goes like later on in the second half of the race, I feel like the drivers could easily go into the softs when it's dry enough. So that is something to take into account.
Yeah, and and with the injury that Penku picked up as well, if he is unable to continue racing today, he'll just be retiring in the pits. I mean, if anything, I would have just skipped out on the race altogether.
Yeah, just give it time to fully recover and then go back into don't just rush it straight away.
Yeah. Sag first ready up, so here we go.
We're getting ready.
Penko is showing us he's okay so far.
And is Path going to get a good getaway this time?
Fingers crossed. But of course, with these wet weather conditions,
And
there's going to be a bit more caution because you're going to have a lot of spray kicked up at the start.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here come the lights. It's lights out and race time here in Japan. Very clean getaway from a lot of these guys. Path, very clean getaway. Sak managing to get a good start as well.
Ultimate gets ahead.
Third already. Ultimate, beautiful start from Ultimate. Takes the lead.
Smooth has spun out. Smooth has spun out at turn 1. Ryan Hurricane was also involved.
And Waddington's had a poor start as well. Deary me. And Penku. Oh, dear,
Fast spun as well.
It's all kicking off here, folks. Do we have any front wing damage, though? That's the $1 million question.
Panku going on the inside of Wavy. Wavy's on the grass. Wavy out of the grass for avoiding.
Do me and oh, there's your there we go. There's the front wing damage we were expecting.
Hazel's
He's lost an end plate.
Yellow flag is yellow.
And oh, I think that was Jazz. It's all kicking off here, folks.
Erdika's gone off as well. Went off from the grass.
My goodness me.
Hazel up to P3. Siege Allen in 4th. Sags up to P5 is in P5. So he's up the place.
Hazel, meanwhile, trying to bear down on path for 2nd place.
Oh.
Pengu gets ahead of Jazz.
Warrington gets ahead of Manea.
So running order at the end of lap 1. Ultimate leads, Path 2nd, Hazel 3rd, CJ 4th, Sag 5th, Ollie 6th, Ledger 7th, Sasha 8th, Anderson 9th, and Mon rounding up the top 10. Are we going to see anybody coming into the pits? Erdika comes in,
Wavy,
as does Wavy.
Boys.
And it's a front... Yeah, it's a front wing change for Erdika. It'll be a front wing change for Wavy. Smooth is in as well. And he's got a front wing change as well.
Panku try to get past Manea for 14th.
Yeah.
Oh.
Some of the big winners off, big winners and losers off the start. You have Wise, the biggest winner off the start, gaining 7 places. Low and Manea gaining 6. The biggest losers, Warrington losing 5, Penku losing 8, Erdika losing 4, and Wavy losing 6.
Panku just got past Manea at the hairpin. But Manea will try and fight back.
Very well played.
After that first lap carnage, it could pretty much calm down from here.
Yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Running on board with CJ now, trying to get past Hazel for 3rd place. I don't think it's going to happen at the moment. Ultimate fastest lap of the race so far, 40.6.
I think we could be seeing Ultimate just streaking off into the distance from path.
Definitely wouldn't surprise me. Anderson tries to have a look at Sasha on the run down to turn 1. Nothing comes of it.
Sacks on the back of CJ Allen and Hazel.
I'm pretty sure, unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure this is the first wet race we've had all season. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've had wet qualifying, but we haven't had a wet race. And there we go. Warrington past Wise with ease, up into 12th.
CJ Allen gets past Hazel. Oh, they make contact. Hazel clipped his right rear, and Sack got past. Ollie's going to get past. Could get past as well. No, he's got to hang back.
Sack took advantage and said, "Thank you very much. I'll have a bit of that."
Hazel surprisingly not having front wing damage from that.
I'm amazed he hasn't got front wing damage from that as well. Anderson getting ahead of Sasha. Meanwhile, that's round Spoon. That's a brave move.
Ollie in the Castillo triangle down the inside of Hazel. Almost in 1 minute. Oh, mate. They're all Ollie almost losing the back end at the final quarter. That'll allow Ledger to get past, and he does.
Warrington meanwhile managed to get into 11th place. Ledger gets into 6th. It's all kicking off here. There's battles up and down the field. Which one will I focus on? Mon gets ahead of Sasha. Oh, here we go.
The breaking.
Sasha 9th at the moment.
The rain coming down. Penku gets past Low. 13th. Mortensen catching up to Mon. Hassel got the first 3-second time penalty of the race, only on lap 4.
Hazel first time penalty of the day.
Oh, Sasha's lost it.
Oh, he's gone into the wall!
At the hairpin.
That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Waddington into the top 10 now.
Sasha just simply lost it. And went into the wall. Significant front wing damage there for Sasha. Waddington now up into the top 10. Now try to fight Mon for P9.
Sasha just plummeting down the order with that front wing damage.
Vertica with a 3-second time penalty.
Won't be affecting him too much, apart from the fact that Wavy just got ahead. Sasha very wide on the exit of 130R. Sack, fastest lap of the race.
Waddington fighting Mon on the main straight.
Waddington had a look. Tucks back in behind.
Go down on the inside.
Of turn 1 and he's through.
Yes, he is. He's through. Brilliant move.
When did Waddington become a wet weather specialist?
Meanwhile, Sasha not pitting. Sasha did not pit.
Not a very smart decision in the grand scheme of things. That is going to come back to haunt him and haunt him hard.
If front wing damage wasn't like difficult enough to manage, even in the wet, even difficult.
It makes it, yeah, makes it 10 times worse. Minea's just had it off. No, he's lost 1, 2, 3 positions just like that. Sasha is continuing to plummet down the order. And I just said that decision to not pit would come back to bite Sasha hard.
Sack through 130R at the casino triangle. Has a look on CJ.
He's gonna have a look.
They touched slightly, but
Touch
Sack will have the exit. Is he gonna get past?
He's gonna be through. Still side by side. My goodness me.
He does. He's ahead. But it'll be down to
Well
turn
played
1.
from Sack.
And
Very well played.
he does get ahead. Now you can think about getting path.
Yeah, path is 3.2 seconds up the road. Very well executed from Sack.
Sasha does come in this time round.
1 lap too late, I would say. Penku, meanwhile, despite his fractured rib, he is on the back of Mon for that last points paying position.
Waddington does got past Anderson for 8th place and can now chase after Ollie.
Ollie, meanwhile, still trying to get past Ledger for 6th place. And Penku, a little further back, meanwhile, he is right on the back of that last points paying position. He had a look into the S's. Can't quite make it. Can't quite make it stick through the S's. Oh, hang on, I spoke too soon. Coming around the down lob curve. That's going to be brave if he pulls it off. I think he has.
Yes, he has.
Degner, and he's through.
What a move by Penku.
Hats off to you, buddy. Hats off to you for that one.
It's going to be very difficult now to find a better overtake in this race than that.
Yeah, managing to keep side by side through the Dunlop curve and then sweeps through outside of Degner 1, and he's into the points paying positions.
Ryan Hurricane is closing up on Jazz through 130R into the Castillo triangle. Doesn't have the move.
Jazz starting to pull away now. Jazz had a bit. Looks like Jazz had a bit more traction coming out of the corner.
Yellow flag.
Almost a third of the way through the race.
Gone again.
Oh no!
At spoon curve.
No damage, crucially. Ollie, meanwhile, coming up to the hairpin. And he's through.
Gets past. Prime overtaking spot that hairpin.
As long as you get good traction out of the second Degner.
Rain still coming down. We'll wait and see how long is this gonna last. Like,
it definitely doesn't look like it's getting heavier.
Ultimate 1 minute 39.7. Pulling away from path. Oh,
Zach meanwhile can't
spin.
Oh dear.
So that's just really struggling.
Yeah. Zach meanwhile, he can't quite close the gap on path. He's like, the gap was 3.2 seconds when Zach got into third. The gap's now up to 4.2 seconds.
CGL is just catching right up to him.
Wise into the pits.
Oh, Ledger! Almost losing the back end. Lucky to not put it into a spin. Very.
Definitely.
Penku catching up to his teammate Anderson, so it's Anderson. You know, let his teammate by probably. Maneo's just got past Wise. Ledger's got a 3-second time penalty.
Wise in for a front wing change. I didn't see any front wing damage on him.
Oh.
Wallington gets ahead of Ledger. Meanwhile, CJ with a time penalty.
Ollie's now on the back of Hazel through 130R.
Coming up to the Casio triangle. Hazel with a bit more traction out of the corner. Starting to pull away.
Penku gets
ahead of his teammate.
Now he'll try and catch up to Ledger. Wallington in 7th right now. But chase down Ledger in the pits.
Only 9 laps on those intermediates.
He's coming in. He's actually coming in for a front wing change.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh. tampered his race.
Yeah. You're probably going to be looking at somewhere at half distance, according to the predicted pit stop strategies, to make the to make your pit stop onto a fresh set of inters. Wavy with a time penalty, and I think Hazel got another penalty as well. Ollie inside of the hairpin. Hazel had a much wider line. Oh, and they made contact, and oh no, 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 no. Oh, that's a disaster for Ollie.
And he's going to have to wait to get some clean air. Needs to be quick on it and get him moving.
He's got some now, but look at... Oh, that is a disaster. Hazel not much better.
Oh, White has gone. White has had a spin at the S-curves.
Oh, dear. That just shows how tricky these conditions are.
Erdika's got off as well, pretty much at the same spot.
Goodness me, it's all kicking off here, and it's all in the back of the field. I think between Hazel and Ollie... Again. Oh, dear, oh, dear. My advice, let the tyres cool down. Waddington into 5th now. Hazel has to come in to get his front wing changed. Ollie's going to need to get his front wing changed as well. Hazel actually sustained less damage than Ollie did, surprisingly.
Obviously, we'll see what the stewards think of that after the race. Something happened.
Something's not adding up. There we go. Well, look at this. Fighting through his injuries, Penku is currently 6th. He did start 7th though, but he did have a poor start. He's fought his way back up to 6th place. Yellow flags in sector 2. That's just that's wise. That's wise. That's traffic. Get out of the way. Hurricane's gone. Hurricane's out of the race. Dunlop curve.
In the wall, Hazel almost needs to be careful. White has got a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. You need to be careful there because you could pretty much hit his car.
I think what happened with Hurricane is the fact that he
lost the back end, I think.
Yeah, he didn't just lose the back end. I think the whole left-hand side of his car got destroyed. Ooh. Both of his left-hand tires gone.
Ooh.
It's our first retirement of the day.
How many more
of how tricky these conditions are.
How many more are we going to see that in this wet conditions?
Wouldn't be too surprised if we see 1 or 2 more after that. I mean, speaking from experience, me not slowing down for yellow flags in a race a couple of weeks ago resulted in me getting a race ban. So yeah, yellow flags slow down. I would have said something else, but there might be kids watching, so best to keep it as PG as possible.
White into the pits from at last. Ultimate is catching up to Sasha to get lapped. And Path is closed right up. 1.4 seconds.
Hello.
So is Path just hit pace, or has Ultimate made a mistake somewhere?
Hopefully not the latter for Ultimate.
Yellow flag second.
Erdika's gone. Where was that? Exit of 130R. Safety car's out.
Oh, this is it. This is interesting. Both Path and Ultimate are in the pits.
Perfect opportunity to do so.
Sack also in the
chat. Zolo in the stream chat saying it's getting old now. People ignoring yellow flags. We're getting into the stewards are going to start clamping down harder on those yellow flag incidents. And it's a front wing change for Sasha.
They're probably going to all start coming in now.
Yep. Waddington's in.
Oh. They need to be wary.
Penku's in.
Need to be careful in the pit lane as well.
Anderson follows suit.
For the
they may need to double stack. Yeah, they're double stacking. They won't lose too much time because everyone's going to be coming in for a fresh set of inters. There we go.
Thing is, as well, Hazel and Ledger are on fresh inters. But Hazel stays out, Ledger just goes in.
Well, Hazel did pit the lap before.
So, safety car has been deployed. 2 retirements. What?
In the space of just a couple of laps. Erdica lost it on the exit of 130R coming up to the Casio Triangle. He must have put it into the wall.
Must have just lost a simple loss to the back end. Couldn't contain it and into the wall.
Yep. Anderson did pick up a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, though.
Also, we've got White. Sasha's at the back in the safety car queue and is lapped. So Sasha will try and unlap himself.
I don't think he'll want to run that risk. Because we've seen disqualifications for trying to unlap himself before.
Well, Sasha's just turned into the lead of the safety car. We need to get past it. I think Wise will, I don't know, Wise might try and do the same, we don't know. But Sasha has got past the safety car and has got disqualified.
And he's actually been disqualified.
Ooh.
That's why I said I wasn't going to run the risk. That's why I said I wasn't going to run the risk of.
So, well, I think Wise might just stay behind the safety car queue.
Yeah, I don't think he'll want to run that. I don't think he'll want to make. But hang on. It says. Hold up a second. It says it did come up on the screen saying Sasha disqualified for ignoring yellow flags.
But Sasha's still going.
He's still going.
In the rate, there's nothing in the race director saying that Sasha's been disqualified. So Sasha is fine. So what happened? That is odd.
Yeah, Wise isn't. Wise has got a bit more traffic to get through if he wants to unlap himself. But not much he can do about it at the moment. But the plus note is he's not going to have as many cars to let through.
Yeah. We'll be probably behind the safety car for a few more laps.
Yeah, I would imagine it'll come in. Sasha ending up with the safety car glitch when they unlap. Yep, that's what's happened. It's not the first time we've seen it this season.
Sasha's just heading into turn 1. And the safety car has just gone through the spin curve and is heading through 130R.
I think he's gonna be staying out for another lap.
At least one more lap, probably.
Yeah. Because Sasha's still got a bit. Sasha still needs to catch up to the field.
Wise is in between Ollie and Jazz. So yeah, I think Wise to be probably right for sticking in it.
Yeah, Wise will only need to let 6 cars through compared to what Sasha would have had.
Sasha probably would have had from CJL and downwards, I think.
Yeah, he would have had a lot. He would have had pretty much the entire field to let through.
Sasha's just coming through spoon curve, so we'll probably definitely be seeing it coming in this lap.
Yeah, he should be able to catch up without much difficulty. Smooth is about to catch up as well. But one plus with Sasha being so far behind is that it gives him the opportunity to keep his tyres as warm as possible, so he's got nice warm tyres for the restart. Safety car's coming up to the hairpin now.
Sasha's just at the S curves. So yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely going to catch them.
Definitely going to be seeing it coming in this lap.
Well, hopefully for the next F1 game, that they'll actually have something in place where you will be allowed to unlap yourself.
Yeah. Well, we're not far off it. Getting closer.
Yeah, I would imagine in the next month or so, we are gonna have the first reveal trailer for
safety car in this lap.
F1 2021. Yep, safety car comes in. So we've got Ultimate in the lead, Path second, Sack third, CJ fourth, Waddington fifth, Penku 6th, Hazel 7th.
Sasha at Spoon should be able to catch up just in time before they restart.
Yeah, so like I say, he's gonna have very warm. He's gonna have nice warm tires for the restart.
And we're going.
We're underway. Perfect timing from Sasha.
Side by side with Path.
Trying the outside of turn 1. That's a very bold move for Sack. Nothing comes of it.
Wise let the whole field past.
So good luck with that. It's a service that worked first. yeah, they definitely need to get the multiplayer servers fixed. I mean, it's not. I mean, come on. It's not that difficult to stress test your servers. It's not that difficult. Hazel battling with Penku for 6th place. Meanwhile, but Penku stays ahead.
Sack got a great exit off the hairpin. Heading up the spin curve.
Had a look around the outside. Thought better of it.
But this is the fight that could be interesting, and this is actually benefiting Ultimate because he'll be allowed. That will give him the opportunity to streak off into the distance.
Indeed. Here we go. Sack has a cheeky little look. Thinks better of it. He'll have a run into turn 1 though. Or he might actually have it down the main straight. This is very well played from Sack. Everything turned up to the max.
On the inside.
He's going to have a look. Oh, they almost collect wheels. How did Sack avoid an incident there? How did Sack avoid an incident?
But
hang on. Oh, no!
At the S-curve's path has gone off and spun. So, onto the grass is now down to 7th. Waddington's up to 3rd.
It's all gone wrong for McLaren once again.
Wavy's down at 14th, so Haas are extending in the constructors.
Yeah, that lead is going to extend. No, actually, now you mention it, I need to get the standings up.
Set yellow flag. There's yellow flag set with 2. Nothing comes of that. With the points gap.
The points gap at the moment is 22 points.
second and third for the two Hasses with half
So
and
that'll be-
seventh.
So that'll be 18 and 15, 33 points. 401. Haas will take the lead of the championship as it stands. Haas are going to lead the Constructors' Championship as it stands.
Yo, flag sector figures of Ferrari gone off. And that's all
I think that it's Ollie. It's Ollie. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, that's right on the that's right on the start finish line. He's gone.
Sasha went into Ollie.
And Sasha's gone as well. Virtual safety car.
Ollie tried to spin it
What on
round.
earth happened there?
Ollie tried to spin round. Sasha just went straight on into them.
Oh no.
And a virtual safety car has been deployed. This race could not get any more interesting.
I'd have made that a full safety car because Sasha's car still on track. Well, it's gone now, but my word, that's a...
Hanku's up to fifth.
Spice things up a little bit.
Hanku's up to fifth with his fractured rib, so he's doing well for himself.
Oh,
Injury, even with an injury, he can still do well.
That's a perfect example of him saying, "I'm a tough guy to keep down."
Wallington's got a drive-through penalty.
Oh no!
The virtual safety car.
And that may well have just cost Haas the lead in the Constructors' Championship.
CJ Allen's just got past him.
Oh no, that's the last thing Waddington needed.
And he'll have 3 laps to serve it, so we'll see if he'll serve it straight away. No, he won't.
Yeah, like you said, he's got 3 laps to serve it.
Half in 7th. Looks like it could be that we're going to see the full race wet weather.
Definitely looks like it.
Rain is definitely not easing up anytime soon. Half is there. Oh, yellow flag sector 1, and that is Minea just off the track for a little spin. Well, one racing point is out, and the other is languishing in 15th.
Race to forget for Racing Point. Waddington will actually drop out of the points. Be interesting to see if he can pull himself back into the points.
A little bit faster start. Waddington goes in to serve his drive-through.
There we go.
The flag, and that's Minea gone off again.
Oh dear, oh dear.
The race to forget. Smooth on the back of Wavy. Waddington, where is he going to come out? He's going to come out behind Smooth in 14th.
Yep.
A lot of ground to make up if he needs to. Seven laps to go now. Path is in 6th. Chasing down Hazel.
Penku is actually... I mean... I can't believe that Penku, despite his fractured rib, he is in 4th place right now.
CJ Allen is in 3rd at the moment in the AlphaTauri.
Could that be his first X1 podium of the season?
But it could not matter. Well, Allen has he's got 3 seconds of time penalties. Penku could be on the podium, I think, if he keeps this up. Yeah, sector 2, that is Ledger, he's had an off. He's dropped down to 13th. Waddington's going to catch up to him and try and get past him. Hazel's got on the slipstream, going to try and make a move.
Oh no, Ledger's gone!
He's done it at the same place as Erdica. The same place
Exit
as
of
Erdica did it.
130R. My goodness me.
What a race. In Japan.
And this is why I'm gutted this race ain't on the calendar next season.
Chaz just got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car.
That's going to help Waddington a bit, but it's going to help Wavy as well to get an extra point for the McLaren establishment.
These next 7 laps are going to be crucial for Path. He needs to get past Hazel and Pengu probably if he wants a relatively good chance at the podium.
It's going to help Waddington gain another place. He's got no penalties either, so that'll help him as well.
Mon's also got a drive-through penalty as well, so that will definitely
that could very well put Waddington back into the points.
And it's definitely going to help Wavy as well in the points.
See what the fastest lap situation is. It's Ultimate that's got the fastest lap at the moment. Waddington has the fastest lap outside the top 10, so that'll be another point for
Haas.
Indeed.
So Manea's got a 3-second time penalty. 14th. 15 drivers remaining in this race. 5 retirements.
And there's 5 laps to go. This race ain't over yet, folks.
I feel like the stewards will probably be pretty busy after this race. With what we see.
If they need an extra pair of hands, I'm more than happy to help.
We've had views. We've had the view of it firsthand.
Yeah. CJ just about got that 3-second gap he needs to keep the podium.
But he could get another one. He could get another one in these next few laps.
Yeah, that's of course if he's not careful.
Ever since CJ Allen's penalty, he's had 1 warning, so another 2, and that's it. Penku's
Waddington gets ahead of Smooth.
Hazel. Path is going down the inside of Hazel into 130R, and he gets past. Up into 5th place. Penku is 3 seconds down the road. He's got away from him.
Well, that is very brave there from Path. I mean, it's brave enough going for an overtake at 130R in the dry, but in the wet? Hats off to you, Path. It's another couple of points for McLaren.
But in terms of the championship, it's points lost for Path, and Sack continues to pull away.
Waddington, meanwhile, he gets ahead of Wavy for 11th place.
One and Jazz need to serve the drive-through soon, or otherwise it's a 5-second time penalty added on.
I think they might actually get disqualified from the race itself if they don't serve the penalty.
So they might have. I think it could be this lap. I think they might have to serve it now.
Otherwise they're gone, and that'll be more points for Haas, and crucially, more points for McLaren.
It's heating up in both constructors mainly.
Yeah, the gap was 22 points heading into this evening. The gap, as it stands, is now down to 13 points.
Well, I think since the break, well, before the break as well, actually, it started to go downhill. I think for McLaren. Yellow flag. That's Manea gone off again at the S curves.
Yeah, and I think. I mean, you summed it up perfectly there. Since before the Christmas break, it's just all gone downhill for McLaren so quickly. I mean, yes, Path got a podium in Russia last time out, but before that, you had a McLaren 1-2 at Silverstone. Path didn't fit. Path had a DNF in Hungary.
Yeah,
yes,
Hungary.
He only got fourth in Belgium. Nilsson had second. Italy, Nilsson had fifth, and Path didn't even score any points.
Yeah. Yellow flag. Manea's Manea's been quite Manea. Very tight there. Penku's in 3 seconds range, almost. He's in that range.
If he stays within the 3-second range, he's gonna get a podium despite the fractured rib.
And he'll be definitely very happy with that. And if he does get podium, I'll give them a driver of the day for that. So,
well, I personally feel he should get driver of the day regardless.
Yeah. Even with a fractured rib, he still continues to fight.
Absolutely.
Renee's got 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
That'll be for a front wing change. CJ increasing his gap though.
Half is catching up to Penku, so Penku's been making a few mistakes at the S curves.
Warrington up into 8th meanwhile.
Wavy in 10th. But Wavy does have a penalty. 3 seconds, in fact, and Smooth is behind him. So, McLaren... Well, Wavy might not be getting any points this race. Yellow flag. There's yellow flag. Sack's gone slow. Sack's made a mistake.
Oh, no!
Steve Allen is caught right up to Sack.
This could be pivotal.
Yellow flag, sector 2, that's Chaz. Chaz has gone off. This race is not over.
Still 2 laps to go.
Ultimate fastest lap. 48.2.
But I think whatever happens, Sack is going to keep second place because of CJ's penalties.
But it's definitely will definitely frog Ledger in the championship, with Ledger retiring.
Absolutely.
Maximum points, I think, for ultimate fastest lap and a race win. Oh, Wellington's left the session. Oh, that could be it.
Oh, that's not what Warrington needed.
2 laps to go. Anderson gets past Hazel for 6th place. Mercedes are getting some.
And Hazel's actually got 9 seconds worth of penalties. Waddington is closing that gap. So he could very well get into 7th place on penalty count back.
On the last lap we are now. Waddington's actually just joined in quick.
He's got himself back in.
Why just go slowly in heading up to the spoon curve. Spoon. Somehow I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, that's not good. I think he's got an issue with his brakes. Oh no! Wise has an issue with the brakes.
And he's back.
He's got it fixed now, but for a brief moment there, he had an issue with his brakes.
Ultimate is cut.
Wowzers!
Ultimate almost could be lapping Jazz in a bit. But this race has had it all. Lowe's got past Waddington P9.
But Lowe is going to lose that position on penalty countback. Waddington has no penalties.
But heading up through
Ultimate
to 130 on now. For the last time in Japan.
Path is right on the back. Path right on the back of Penku, this for fourth place. But here comes Ultimate round the final corner. A very eventful race. Clean as a whistle. He wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Zach comes through 2nd place.
Penku
CJ
holding on
in
for Path.
3rd.
Penku gets 4th. Path 5th.
8 tenths away from the podium for Penku. But he's driver of the day regardless. Driver of the day regardless.
Well played.
7th in qualifying and 4th in the race despite a fractured rib. Hats off to you, Penko, you absolute soldier.
Waddington gets P7. Anderson 6th.
On penalty countback.
Hazel
And Wavy, no points for Wavy.
Renault gets both cars into the points. Mon will get 12. Jazz will get 13th. Wise
Jazz
14th.
Jazz has the fastest lap outside the top 10.
Linnea will get 15th. Linnea's just cut the Casio triangle and gets a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. And
another 5... Oh yeah, because of the unserved penalty. But my goodness me.
We'll need to see how much Linnea had before with that 10 seconds added on. If it could be a disqualification if he's accumulated more than 20 seconds worth of penalties as per the rules. Low in the stream chat, very happy man that he got some points. Well, and the game's given him driver of the day as well.
So it was just 10 points for McLaren. 18, 20.
So
Hang on. 18 points.
Linnea accumulated 21 seconds worth of penalties.
That's a disqualification in the incident report. That is going to be a disqualification in the incident report.
Wise got 13 seconds of penalties.
He'll be safe.
But in terms of the Constructors' Championship after today's race,
so there we go. Let's recap the standings. You got Ultimate, Sack, CJ, Penku, Path, Anderson, Waddington, Hazel, Low, and Smooth. That's who scored points. You had Wavy, Mon, Jazz, Wise, and Minea all finishing, but Minea will get disqualified for accumulating more than 20 seconds worth of penalties. Your non-finishers, Ledger, Sasha, Ollie, Erdica, and Hurricane. My goodness me. Wow. So Sack had 18 points. Waddington got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's 22 points. No, 24 points for the Haas boys. Only 10 for McLaren. And that means the gap's down to 8 points as we head stateside next week.
it's tight. It's very tight now. When it's going to go. It could go right down to the wire. So we'll wait and we'll see next week at Kota for that one.
So I'll just double check the double check quickly. Yep, it will be the Circuit of the Americas next week. I mean, wow, what a race!
And that is why Japan is on the calendar, because it's brilliant.
I say it is a real shame it's not going to be on the XRL calendar for next season. It is a real shame that is the case. But hey, what else can you do? But nevertheless, that is it for tonight's X1 coverage. Harry, as always, thanks again for joining me.
Thank you. As always.
And a big thanks to you, and a big thanks to you guys, as always, for watching from home. Hope you guys are staying safe with the difficult circumstances we're in right now. Hopefully we're back. Hopefully we're back to some sort of normality by the end of the year. But nevertheless, Circuit of the Americas next week, same time, same place. And all that's left to say is, wherever you go in the XRL, Sunday night is always race time. Good night.